Hello, welcome to
All right.
the second week of the podcast, or second episode of the podcast.
Yeah. So this time it's the four of us instead of the last time. Who was it?
I don't know.
Hold on, let's start again.
No, it's fine, it's fine. But well, this time we have different people and we try to focus more on talking about cars.
Yeah, less
and not just
about
random
nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Last time was way too random and didn't really focus on anything.
Okay, sure. All right. What do you have? What kind
So
of topic do you
the
have?
topic for today, I have a few in the list here. Maybe we can go to the F1 race first, like what happened.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. George Russell first
Yeah,
race
that-
for Mercedes.
Heartbroken loss.
Yeah, very very tough loss for Russell. But what do you think of his performance, man? Like
Yeah,
he was quite impressive.
basically showing that Mercedes,
Yeah, can win without
anyone can jump in. Well, anyone
not anyone.
good,
But yeah.
they can jump in and get a good result.
Yeah, but when you look at qualifying though, they were like really close to Max Verstappen, right? So it was not really down to just the any person in the car, but the combination of both is just
Well, you can't
supremely
say
good.
that because Verstappen didn't score, so first lap, first corner.
Well, in qualifying, I'm just talking about qualifying. Like Verstappen was like almost there. Like what?
Nah, he can really push that
Yeah.
really good.
So from what I understand, because I only watched the highlight, right?
Yeah.
So
I
from
watched
what
the
I
highlights.
understood, Mercedes, the engineering team, made a stupid mistake by putting
I
an
think-
old tire.
I watched this. Yeah, I watched the replay actually this
They
morning.
put Bottas set the tires.
No, so what happened was they called to pit the cars because the cars were running on old tires, and
Okay.
that the race was almost at the end, and like the people behind
They
them.
also involved a flat as well.
Well, that's the unlucky.
That's after the
Yeah.
pit stop thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when the pit stop happened, because there was a safety car period, right? And then the team called both drivers in at the same time to change tires, but then they really messed up because the tires weren't ready at all. That was so funny. Like, and then they put on the wrong set of tires
Okay.
for Russell, like a mix of Bottas and his tires on his
Because
car.
one of them is yellow and the rest is for white.
No. Like just they're all mediums, but one of them belongs to the Bottas. Like the fronts belong to Bottas and the rears belong to Russell.
Oh, they got it mixed up.
Yeah, they got it mixed up really bad, and that was not allowed. So they had to call Russell in the next lap to change to
They change it back to his own tires.
to like a soft set. Soft. His own soft set of tires used, and then
he got punctured and go for super stop.
he got a puncture later on, but he was like really fast. He was catching up
Yeah,
on
he
Perez.
was like making
Yeah, it's
up
almost
places.
Yeah.
He was
almost
yeah,
first.
he was
Second,
like
right?
if he had stayed out, he would have won.
Yeah, wouldn't won.
Yeah, that was really a shame.
Without the flat, he would have. Yeah, it looked like it. He was already like what, second and third place before he got a puncture.
He was like
second, like two seconds.
2 seconds behind
Behind
Perez,
Perez.
but when he was like just kept the puncture, and then that was it. That was his race like ended, basically.
And we all cried.
Yeah, but Bottas was a funnier one because they took
He
out
got
his
his old tire.
no they took out his tires, and then put the set on, but then they realized it's the wrong set. And so they took it out and put
The same one.
the
They
same one
just
on.
took off
Yeah.
on again. So
Yeah.
they pretty much didn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. It was so funny.
But the one thing I noticed, because I didn't really know about Bottas, his performance back in the days, but then now that I'm looking at it, he really doesn't look up there to be in the Mercedes team.
He's average.
Yeah, I would say like before.
Now that Russell has showed what Mercedes cars are capable of, or their team.
Well, we all know what Mercedes is capable of,
But then you see
but we just don't know how good
Bottas.
Lewis Hamilton is and Bottas is until.
now it's
when-
how good Lewis Hamilton is as well, I guess.
Maybe next race.
Yeah.
There's still gonna be Russell next race.
But I think Russell is on par with Lewis. If they were teammates for at least 2 years, they would be like neck and neck, basically.
Jensen.
But you
Lewis
guys told me
all the way.
before Lewis doesn't want Bottas off the team. 'Cause
Yeah, Bottas is the best.
because of him,
The best second
make
driver.
Lewis Hamilton
Yeah.
look better.
No,
That
he
makes
is.
sense.
He is the
Very supportive teammate. Very supportive.
because when he came in, Toto won him in. He was at Williams before. He was at Williams.
Yes. And he's still in Williams this season,
Huh?
wasn't he?
No,
No,
Bottas.
we're talking about
Bottas, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's his first
So we're
team.
talking about
Because
Russell.
they had Rosberg before, right?
Mhm.
And then Rosberg suddenly retired, and Bottas signed a contract with Williams for like 2017.
Yeah.
Could be same situation.
That's almost there.
That's a good news, right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, it sure is. Alright, sorry for interrupting your
that's fine.
steam.
And then they bullied Williams into letting Bottas go. Actually,
So
yeah, really hard.
it looked like same thing is happening with Russell.
Russell,
I
yeah,
hope-
Russell.
This
Exactly.
time is actually a better driver.
And
It would
who
be
knows?
make
Who knows?
Mercedes-Benz more dominant.
They might even bully at the end of this season. They bully Williams into letting Russell go and let Bottas go. You know,
Yeah, that's he already signed the contract with.
Yeah, but
till
it's
2020.
never sure. They can just cancel the contract and pay the fine. Because there's a termination fee.
Yeah, termination fees,
Yeah.
everything else.
Like when Kimi got kicked out of Ferrari, he got paid like $10 million.
Well, it's a good choice though, because Leclerc.
No, Kimi
When?
back in 09
Oh, that
Yeah,
all
yeah.
nine like the
when they want Alonso on the team.
And I know I told you this yesterday, and I'm really excited that Schumacher's name is going to be back in the
Oh.
Yes.
Formula One's driver list.
Has though. Wouldn't be too excited.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
he's
just
gonna
cool to
struggle
see
with
the
it.
name in
Ah,
the board, time board. Alright, just I'll cut this part out. Are you okay with this? It's a bit spicy.
Yeah, I think so.
No, just leave it in, man. Like this is the atmosphere, the hot pot atmosphere.
We're gonna switch.
We can just talk about other things in the middle too. It can be cut it out.
No, it's fine. Just
Anyway,
just leave it in.
okay. You want to keep it authentic?
Yeah, keep it like the atmosphere, man.
Sure. I'll leave a little bit because this might be too much for this amount of soup. When taste is not enough, I'll
Oh yeah,
put
when we
this
add
in.
more water, yeah. Let's maybe wash. Just like that inside.
Oh,
I should use a metal spoon, shouldn't I?
Why?
Teflon.
I think we need a scissor for real.
All right, I got scissors, man.
And more bowl, please.
alright, I'll close it so it boils.
You guys can talk about the race while I'm not.
No.
Oh, there's exciting news. I properly showed him. I'll wait for PP to come down to talk about this. Something about sim racing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can talk about sim racing.
Random stuff doesn't have to stick with the report.
Oh man. Really good race last time.
And we're gonna need some input from you later because we're gonna talk about
sim
good
session.
first car and sim session
Yeah, I'm
as well.
listening. Yeah.
And a first car for a P plater.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And why did you choose the Hyundai?
Yeah.
And I personally think it's a good choice because I've been driving around in this car quite a lot lately.
What's your first car?
My car, yeah, and now accent. Yeah.
Anyway, now that you're back,
Hello.
quite exciting news. I showed him how to properly drive on the racetrack yesterday in the simulator.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
how to
yeah.
make a turn
And it looked like he had fun.
outside apex and then outside again, and two is like maybe
I think he's eager to learn. Like we're trying to teach few people.
He was actually quite good. Like once he explained the theory of outing out, like
I
just
think you
cut through the apex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He caught on
yeah,
pretty
like
quick.
like
to be
the feeling
honest.
is a different feeling for driving on everyday roads. And,
Yeah. Well,
And he is actually learning from absolutely zero knowledge. Like you didn't know how to drive a manual before, right?
Oh, you made him drive a manual?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
he's
just
just
don't-
trying to
Oh,
drive a manual,
okay.
and you can properly at least like shift up gears and come to a stop.
Are you digging at someone here?
And,
Making a dig.
in BMG Drive, so that's pretty impressive. So it actually does show that simulator games can indeed help improve your driving skills, I believe.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, it
Because
helps.
he has seen how my track driving was last year.
Yeah, I've seen
Yes.
the progress. It was a lot. It was great.
He was my track instructor,
So,
Sort of.
I guess. Yeah. But yeah, these two guys helped me out a lot when I first started sim.
Yeah, we did like sim sessions at Mixed Place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, because I think you guys didn't give me a good car to start with, because I think we were driving Formula One the whole time.
yeah, we
That's
didn't
not a
know.
very good car to start with.
Yeah, no.
Too
Should have started
fast.
with an MX-5.
Yeah, reaction time, like everything was very fast.
You basically have to know the track before you hop in.
Yeah, and that was very difficult to
Yeah.
learn. But once I got my own wheels, I was practicing with like the slower cars and the Tatus,
Tatus.
the FA01, that open
Yeah.
wheel.
It's
Formula
basically a
style car.
Formula 4.
4/3 'cause
No, 4, like very low power. 3 is way faster.
And that helped me driving, helped me learn the lines and stuff.
Yeah. That car is just, it's a good car
Yeah.
to learn.
And the MX-5 Cup.
Mm.
Because it's slower and then it's manual,
Yeah.
it helps you to like predict what's gonna happen next and stuff.
Well, personally, I don't like that car too much.
It's I
But,
think it's
you know,
pretty good.
It's a good
Especially
manual,
on
first
tracks
manual,
like
yeah.
Maggioni, you don't get much speed out of it anyway.
Mostly, yeah, the car I drive most probably like GT3 car.
Yeah, GT3 would be because it's like
GT4 is too boring.
there's the most variety and also like it's the closest racing. You can race closely, easily.
How many GT4 cars are in there? I don't know.
GT3 car.
GT4 cars. Like
Like,
I only
There's
saw
two
the Gran
Maserati.
Turismo.
There's two.
Maserati is
It's
And what's the other?
Porsche Club Sport and
Maserati?
the Maserati.
That's
That's two, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, and there's not much variety.
Oh, and
Yeah.
that Lotus I really like.
Lotus
race online.
211.
Yeah, the Formula One.
Oh no, the Formula One. Oh yeah.
Like,
That's I don't like it. It's just like too slidey for a Formula One car.
yeah, it's kind of like it's whatever. It's a good mix.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. If you go with Ian, like go to his room, learn every day,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
should be good.
Soon you'll be really good at driving, just in general.
Yeah.
You can come.
Or you can even come to one of the track days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that would
I'm
be
not-
fine. I
Do
think
they
there
allow
was,
T
I'm
plates?
interested in doing that.
No, they
think-
don't
They don't
care
care.
to take
No,
the
yeah.
take the plate out, and because they didn't even check the license.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Mm.
Just but like you'll be passed by everyone.
And
No, there's
like,
some slow
I'll be
ones, like,
sitting
really
in the
slow.
passenger seat, like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
just because I think it would be because first time I wish
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had
yeah.
someone sitting in my passenger seat that was
Alright.
knowledgeable
Yeah.
enough.
Not just
I
tell
was
you.
there.
Yeah.
Well, when I first started,
Oh,
on
first
the track,
started, okay.
yeah.
Right.
Because I think when I met you, it was the first time I already finished that session.
Oh right.
So yeah,
Well, halfway through I think. I went onto your car halfway through
I see.
because my brakes were done.
Always.
Yeah.
Oh, you were just resting in the pit.
Cut.
But yeah, I think it would be helpful to have someone.
Well, you can tip me for half the session and then you drive on your own.
May I have a bit, please?
Let me cut.
I'm gonna push this to that side tiny little bit because I have no space to put my ball.
Take it.
Yeah, the table. There's another table.
Chopstick, please.
Use these as a table.
Oh, dude.
Thank you.
Chopstick, yeah.
Thank you.
Is that the hottest?
Hey, it works. Nice.
Actually, my first time I have hot pot with the rice cooker.
Mine too.
Oh,
Oi.
I guess that
Nasty.
makes us all ricers.
Yeah.
We are very riced.
Yeah, to be fair, I think I'm the most riced person.
Not too bad, man. Honestly, you don't do.
You know the stupid mods, like
Yeah.
adding a wing and
I talked about that before.
Yeah.
I didn't do it because they're so expensive for this car.
I think one of us in last podcast is a bit more rice than you. Someone with an M4.
Oh, okay. He hasn't done anything to his car.
He tried to.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he does put like a lot of things. He's
Yeah.
putting in like the carbon, you know, the.
No, it's
Splitter,
his,
yeah.
his room.
No.
He
He,
managed to do it.
I went with him to.
Oh, so okay,
Oh,
he actually asked the.
Shit.
Oh shit.
Chef.
That's a lot of sauce.
I have some as well.
Put it. Just
No,
let me
sure,
know when
sure.
you guys want some.
Slammed him in here already.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome.
So I can get your
Sweet.
chopstick in. I think we have to go really slow.
That's the scooper.
We can always put it in and close it out. I think when it cooks faster when it's closed.
I mean, it's almost done half of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, lamb cooks fairly fast.
Yeah, cook.
Just put like a whole bunch of it in and close it out.
Put it in. Bro. But yeah.
How many races are left in the Formula 1?
The most boring one.
Yeah. Oh, you never know.
Abu Dhabi?
Abu Dhabi, yeah. That's basically the worst track on the calendar.
It's very flat and just
No,
right angle sort of
well,
corner.
the first sector is okay-ish. And then it's just boring after that.
Chill.
It's like the third sector. It's just like 90 degree corners in a row.
Oh,
It's
okay.
boring.
That sounds a bit boring.
It's very boring.
Wait, wait. Oh, yeah. Perfect spiciness.
I agree.
Not enough, in my opinion.
Can add more later, build it up.
Well, spicy hot pot like this, the more you boil it, the spicier it gets.
Yeah. Well, we'll just wait for a bit.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, that's shit enough. Shut it.
Anyway, what do you think about Perez? I think he was just lucky.
He was
Lucky
lucky,
to
and
win.
he did win a race this season. He is capable.
That's his first race ever. Race win.
Last week he was
Oh,
close.
then who was it? Oh, I think I mixed up the name. Who was the French guy that won?
Ocon, right? No, Gasly.
Gasly.
Oh yeah, Gasly.
Gasly.
But his name has a P in it too. Like one.
Pierre.
Oh yeah, that's right. Correct.
Yeah,
That's his first name.
Pierre. Well, he had a mixed race last night.
And how come, Ocon? That was his name, right?
Ocon, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Renault driver. How is he? I never
Second
looked
place?
into him at all. Yeah, I know he got second place. But
Yeah, it's just random.
In
I
general.
don't know. He just show up like.
He lucked out on strategy.
Yeah, sometimes it's strategy. It's not
Yeah.
the driving.
And Ricardo was in a good place.
Ricardo,
Beginning.
his strategy didn't work out that well.
Albon, I think he's just struggling in general. Albon, this race.
Albon just lacked pace.
Yeah, he's struggling.
It's like the difference between him and Max is 0.4 seconds, and that's like second or third and 12th.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of places.
Yeah.
Alright, first P plate car.
First P plate car. Yeah, let's move on to that topic.
Yeah, it's another one of our topic. Prepare for the day.
Yeah.
And I've actually recently had some experience with buying a first car for someone because I helped my friend picking up his first car, which was
Sparkle
a
is
Subaru Forester.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a decent car.
need to cook a bit more.
Oh.
It's very good.
veggie.
It's a good car.
Yeah, it has everything you need if you don't mind.
And one thing you don't need, which is a transmission. Or you need a transmission, but not that one.
If you don't mind it, then it's fine.
Yeah, it depends on who you are.
Yeah.
But it's the only problem I have with that car is, it's one of the more capable SUVs out there because of super four-wheel drive system.
Mhm.
But then CVT is really bad for off-roading because it like overheats and doesn't like when you crank up the torque, like it won't deliver that torque onto the wheels.
Right.
So they made this decent off-road capable car with not a off-road capable transmission. That's my problem with it.
Have you tested out that in off-road conditions?
No.
Probably not.
No, but it's very jerky. That's another thing. It's not comfortable. And
yeah,
it's
that-
meant to be jerky.
Yeah,
but it's not meant to be
CVT
comfortable.
is meant to be very smooth,
Comfortable,
right?
yeah, but it's not. for
Well,
some-
yeah, I had the same experience with my Audi when going uphill.
yeah.
It's like,
Right.
So yeah. Other than that, a great car. 2.4 liter boxer engine.
Well, you
turbocharged?
No, naturally
Oh
aspirated.
yeah, that's even better.
know.
I mean, for a normal person that don't really go
It's-
off-road
yeah.
that often,
And
it's
I
perfectly fine.
tried to. Well, actually, one thing to point out, I got this from him.
Oh,
That's this
Oh,
belongs to the owner of the Subaru.
thank you, whoever
Thank you. We love your Subaru.
We love your Subaru. Your Subaru is the best.
Yes.
The best four-wheel drive off-road vehicle ever.
I wouldn't say that.
No. It is. It's for this.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so how about you? You how long have you had your Hyundai?
Yeah, give us
1
an
year and a
opinion
half, 1 year
on
and a
your
half.
review your car.
Yeah, I think my car is alright. It's perfect. Maybe not perfect. It's okay for like the first car buyer.
Yes.
Starter car, automatic. Nothing to worry about. Thank you. And it drives pretty smooth. My only problem with this is that it doesn't come with sensor, no cameras.
Louder.
Oh, okay. So when I was parking in my school, right, and I ran into another guy's bumper, and I paid him like $1,600. So.
Oh, because you ram into him.
Yeah.
There's no any like parking aid.
No,
I
nothing
mean, you
at
can
all.
put aftermarket camera.
Yeah, I'd rather like pay $200 before that, but yeah.
Oh, I mean, straight from the factory, they're not gonna let you only pay $200 for a.
Oh yeah, it's around 2,000. Just when I didn't even pay that.
Yeah. I mean, aftermarket you can get it for 200.
Over here.
Oh, thank you.
But you did mention to me the other day,
Yeah.
if you met us earlier, you would consider something more fun,
Yeah.
right?
Something more. Thank you. Something more rice.
Because
Right. Okay.
Whoa.
Hey, be careful, man. Be
Be
careful.
careful what you say.
more race, I think that's what you mean.
Yeah. Mispronounce it.
I mean, the Hyundai is a brilliant car.
Brilliant.
So what's
For
your
a first time, yeah,
That's a statement.
for his need at that time.
Yeah, for my.
So you've
Big
driven
car.
this car, right?
Yeah.
What's your review of it?
I like the stuff in it. It's got an Apple CarPlay, which I don't have.
Oh yeah. Me
Yeah,
too.
I like that.
You need to.
Even
And
my
I
M3.
don't know why I really like that feature. You know, just plug
Everyone
it in.
likes
It's great. It's
It's
great.
not just you.
So your phone wouldn't get overheat when you
Yeah.
use it.
The steering is very light. Steering is very light, even lighter
very
than the
assisted.
Volkswagens.
Hydraulic?
No, I'm pretty sure it's electric. I think it's electric.
Yeah, man. No, nowadays barely any car has hydraulic.
Yeah, fantastic might be a overstatement.
Yeah.
I like to use that word a lot in my car reviews for some reason, and that's a problem. Yeah.
Maybe
that's a
maybe
very
over
big
too
problem.
too much exaggeration when you say
What a machine!
in the world.
Power. Yeah. It's pretty good.
But have you driven like other like compact cars like Yaris?
Yeah, I've
or
driven. A few have driven the Yaris,
Corolla?
the Polo, Volkswagen
Polo,
Polo. Yeah. Kia Rio.
Kia Rio. You've driven that.
Yeah.
Which I own a Kia Rio before.
That's your first car, huh?
No, not my first car, but in Vietnam, because like it's so expensive to own any car in Vietnam, and
Yeah.
there's
Kia
motorbikes everywhere. You don't want to own a nice car.
Oh, because you might get scratched up.
Because I got a freaking like a overworked, underpaid, like guy crashed into my car, parked on the street,
She's happy
and then like I had to replace the bumper. And if you own like a Kia Rio, it's basically nothing to replace.
Cheap enough.
Yeah.
Shoot.
No.
But yeah, but I personally still prefer the Volkswagen Polo. I don't know. I just think the interior
German
is
feel, yeah.
it's a bit better. Yes.
A lot of people, that is very important, especially
It's a
like
bit better, and it's got a-
non-car people.
Yeah. And the turbo, the turbo I drove, the car I drove has got the 1.4 liter turbocharged engine. I think it's got a bit more punch in it.
Well,
But that's selling the the Hyundai, the new Hyundais. They're pretty
i30.
comfortable.
I haven't tried it.
i30, the Sonata.
That one is pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
I would say.
I think it's more than a starter. It's like a family full-size thing or something.
i30. It's like a
Oh
compact.
no, after the Sonata.
Sonata. Yeah, in Korea, like every taxi is a Sonata. Pretty comfortable.
Korean cars definitely are getting better and better
Yeah.
nowadays.
Because they get
They really impressed me because I wasn't a Korean car lover.
but they get like designers from Europe and engineers from Europe. They get the BMW guy to tune the suspension.
Anyone.
And yeah, they have an upmarket feel, even though they're like
Which
They're-
car they started?
Tissue.
Which car that changed your mind about Korean cars?
well, I mean, like
Stinger.
can't really say.
Yeah, the Stinger.
Stinger,
Yeah, it's a
'cause
Stinger.
they all
Well,
believe-
because I don't know.
Changed my mind completely, man. Now
I'm
if
like,
I think
wow,
think
Korean
of,
car can actually look cool and drives reasonably fast.
no, for me it's like, every Kia Stinger is like, it's police.
Oh,
It's like a cop car.
No,
Changed my mind that way.
I think the first really like car that changed my mind was the
Sonata?
no the Genesis. The,
Oh, yes,
the-
the-
Oh, the, like
Oh.
upper class.
no, the sports car. What was it called? I forgot.
Yeah, but the old
Genesis Coupe. Just
Genesis
called
Coupe.
Genesis.
Yeah, that
With a V6 engine.
with the V6. Yeah, that
And
was.
it's got like over, I think, I want to say, it might be wrong.
Over 300?
Over 300, yes.
around 230 or something.
And
yeah,
that's, I don't know how it handles, never driven it before.
but like it looks wise because it was quite
It looks-
popular.
yeah, it
back
looks very good.
where we're
Decent,
yeah.
not very good. In that category, I think it doesn't look as good as 86.
No, but it was impressed me because like Korean cars, because the old Tiburon right looked like garbage, really.
Yes, yeah, true.
And then they came up with that, and
I think that's more than, it's not comparable to 86 because it's got like way
It's
more.
better.
More like
More
370
powerful
then.
engine.
yes, I think it's a direct competitor to 370.
Basically the same platform. Like
How does it
front,
handle?
front engine.
I haven't driven before.
Yeah, I haven't driven, so
When just like from impression from seeing it on the road
It looks, yeah. Genesis
and looking, at the specs and stuff. Yeah. But then, because like when I was buying a car in Vietnam, I also considered the Kia Optima, and that looked like a pretty good buy as well.
It looks very good. I think in Chinese market it's called a Kia. Well, is a
Kia-
K5 the same car?
K5, yeah,
K5,
K5,
okay.
K7 is a bigger one.
I really like the design. Well, I mean, in general, I think Kia nowadays,
Yeah.
even Hyundai, they have their own design language now.
yeah.
When before they were just like randomly placing headlights and grills onto
Kind of
cars.
looked like Mercedes back then to me.
Kia.
Yeah, or Hyundai, either one. Yeah,
No,
basically
Hyundai-
like faceless. I mean, not
It's not
faceless. Like,
cooking.
But Hyundai was so boring, like,
There's no
so
identity.
bland. Kia as well before. But yeah, they turned around really quickly.
I guess, they gotta step up.
Put more veggies in. Oh, sorry. Get it.
Spicy.
Tomorrow it's gonna be all red in the toilet bowl.
Hey, cut that out.
Oops. Oops.
We don't talk about shit stuff here.
Anyway,
So, yeah, your friend Aaron, who was supposed to be here today, he's not here. But he's looking for a car, right?
yep.
And
And so is Oscar, which he might be in the podcast in the future.
sure,
Maybe
yeah,
this
sure.
next week.
He's in the P
next
category
one.
still.
He's in the LL.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's still
I
L.
even was.
I mean, but he's getting a P car, right? So we have to talk about that.
I feel like when I help someone buy a car, I always ask them a couple of things.
Can they drive manual?
There's performance, there's performance, luxury, comfort, fuel economy, fuel
That's
economy,
important,
yes,
man. Right now.
and look. The 5 things, like which one do you care about more? Then pick out a car for them. Obviously, the price range as well.
That's a pretty good way to go about it.
Yeah, because you can't just like ask someone, I got
Oh, here, you get,
$20,000. I want to
get
buy a car.
i30N.
Yeah.
you know.
So yes.
For me, when I came to the decision of getting this car,
Which car?
M3, BMW M3.
M3 Comp.
Yeah, it's just first is like it's gotta be German.
But that's not your first. That's your first car.
Oy.
Well, it's not first, but
But
First
under your
car
name.
here.
Under your name.
under my name, yes. So German first,
Sure.
and then
That's your.
Why not French? or Japanese?
reliability, because I was just like, yeah, German reliable. What
No, that's not true. Is
Yeah.
German reliable?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I think PP would disagree.
Well, that's Audi.
I mean,
I think that's just the only maybe that's out of all the production he got like the worst one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got really lucky, but the issues in that car were very common. And
I know one of the Audi engine. I heard from at least two car journalists online saying it's like the bulletproof.
Because I was looking at
the 2-liter TDI.
C63.
Well, I didn't buy a TDI, did I?
Yeah, we.
I was looking at C63 RS6, which is out of price range. Didn't look for RS4.
Why didn't you get the old RS6 V10?
Reliability as well. Like a lot of cylinder, and it was like, no. So it's only down to C63 and
Did you even look at the
M5
M5?
at that point.
The V10 M5?
No more. Oh yeah, also like I don't want any like older car. So I set myself like 2015, probably the
Oldest you're gonna
oldest I'll go.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is like out of all this
So can I ask you this? Like, why did you choose the M3 over the C63?
out of price range. C63 is always like almost
Because to be fair, they
20K
are more popular than the M3s.
Yeah,
I think because of the interior, that's my guess, and the V8 in it. Like people just
and
think,
the whole the new like out of brand new is a bit more.
Oh, okay.
I think it's almost like 200 almost.
But I do agree with the choice of M3. If you're like a more driver kind of person, you like to drive the machine instead of looking at the interior.
But
M3 is
I
better.
doubt that. Like I think C63 will be evenly like equally good.
Nowadays, like I would say they tune the suspension about the same.
Okay. Because I mean, AMG cars in my mind, especially the V8s, are always more like muscle cars instead of performance cars. It's just But anyway.
But the M3 is not a precision machine either, man.
It's a blunt instrument,
Yeah.
very blunt.
It's also a very muscular, like basically a German muscle car, the M3. A lot of power very quickly.
How about you?
So
What's your first car?
first car ever.
Yes.
So I had the first car that
I don't really have to say about my first car.
like I had a Focus, the 2013 Focus 2.0 Ford hatchback.
The hatchback, yeah.
Yeah.
They do look good.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah. With a line in the back, right? The rear light.
Like a like a finger.
Oh,
track
okay.
grab,
That's.
yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about even the previous
Oh, yeah.
generation.
I've driven that one. Pretty
But
one thing I noticed is like back then, because I was really young, the steering wheel self-centered really fast. Like scared me a bit. I released the steering wheel, but basically it's going straight line.
Anyway, so the Focus that I had,
Yes.
the handling was great. Pretty fun to drive.
Okay.
The only really, I think everyone knows if you had a Focus, is the transmission. The DCT was utterly garbage, like the worst DCT we've ever had.
Can you put more on that?
It's one of those dry DCTs, right?
No, yeah, dry clutch DCT. That was
clutch, yeah.
terrible. Like it juddered every time you do want to do like a fast launch. Like you want to accelerate quickly, it's like hold you back, like, jerking the entire car.
The same thing happened in the
Yeah.
M4 that I drove. Tony's
No, but that's
drove.
every time. That's every time.
Every time.
Every time, yeah. So I
Because
had to,
the M3 and M4, when you put it in sports mode, that happens. In
Yeah,
normal mode,
because
it's
I think the engagement of the clutch is more aggressive.
fine. Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you put it efficient,
That would be very annoying then.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I drive it efficient now. Because it's like slow speed. It's not like basically the car trying to just when you put in sport, the car is probably trying to like engage at max force. So it's just like very jerky
and it bites and disengages like
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you put it efficient, it tends to slip more. You can feel it. You can look at the rev, and the rev is kind of steady.
So that DCT,
Yeah. And that was in Vietnam, right?
no, in Thailand, in Bangkok,
Oh.
I owned it. So every time I have to roll on the pedal like really slowly to let it go.
Yeah, let it go first. And
Oh,
then
just
gas.
like
Yeah.
driving a manual car, you
Yeah.
feel like, imagine you're letting out the
Yeah,
clutch.
really slowly like roll on. I can't ever like go quickly. But on the mountain road, like once you get up to speed,
You're
yes,
going,
it's
yeah.
really fun to drive.
I think if I live in an Asian country, like especially China, from my
Yeah.
experience, I wouldn't get even like the modern day double clutches.
Mm.
I think it just wears out faster
Just talk about it, automatic.
because it's all like stop and go traffic, and that's not good for double clutch. So
Also, the thing I hate the most about that car is the when you go to semi-automatic mode,
yes.
the shifter,
Oh.
you change on the button on the
On the
on
shifter.
the shifter knob. Yeah,
Oh,
So it's
The
like
thing-
playing
that's
game.
very weird.
there's a button like plus and minus on the shifter, and then you
Oh
press
my god.
like
That's horrible. Yeah, that would be really
It's-
bad.
it's
That's
horrible.
like having a control.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
playing game. Oh, talking about game. Good transition.
Yes.
How's your... Wait, what were we talking about earlier? I actually forgot.
So, what's that?
Sim racing, yes,
Yes.
but what's the actual topic?
There was just a sidetrack.
Like him learning how to drive.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Learn how
So
to
maybe
drive.
like talk about like maybe beginners.
I'm trying to drag
Yeah.
him into the car group now. 'cause-
Also,
and this-
how to drive properly in a racetrack,
Yeah.
right?
So how would a beginner embrace like sim racing, right?
Yeah, just talk.
But according to what Ian just said, I think he's better than all of the people we try to teach
Ian?
on sim. Maybe he's a better teacher. Remember when we were trying to talk to Tony?
No, because actually sit down right next to him.
Yes.
Tell him every
tell
single
how
one.
to move.
We were doing the same to Tony.
Oh, okay.
But I think Tony wasn't like 100%
Focused.
ever when we drive.
Focus. Yes, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Because he just like
Was
he's
he
thinking
high?
no, that as well, but he also thinks that it's a game, so he didn't like focus fully.
Okay.
It's a simulator, not necessarily a game. Simulator focus more on the physical force and things.
Yeah, the first thing I told him is not to just go full throttle.
Yeah.
Because in arcade
Use
game,
the
yes,
brake.
you can go full throttle everywhere and you'll make the corner.
Yeah.
And another thing I told him, braking is actually important in racetracks.
We use the brake, don't
Yeah.
just use the accelerator.
And I saw the look on his face when I taught him how to, because he was in third, he was like, oh, the car is not going fast enough. And I told him just to shift back in second. And then I heard the rev going up.
It's like,
When I saw the look on his face, he's like, wow, this is actually really fun.
Yeah, or the Mount Kuta, the map.
Yes,
right?
yes.
I was amazed by that. I never know that.
That was very good.
Did you ref match?
No.
Okay.
haven't gone
Not there
that
yet.
far yet.
I think that's like maybe in a few months.
Yeah.
Left the match was that.
So when you're downshifting, so normally, when you were downshifting, you were just shifting to gear light out
You
the
have to
clutch.
flip.
In real life, that would jerk the car really bad. And if you're going fast, you won't stabilize the car. So in the future, no, that's heel toe, which is a
That's
form of rap match.
That was
It's rap match when you're braking.
Township.
But rap match is when you're in between the time when you're shifting gear, you blip the gas a little bit to bring up the rev, so it'll match to the rev that would be in the lower gear, so the car wouldn't jerk. That's something I'll tell you when you're ready.
Good.
Oh no, that we,
Oh, you finish this first, man. Just go.
why?
I think we can dump it all in
Yeah, we mix.
Just dump it all in. Then we'll
and
I
close
will
open a
it
new
up.
bag.
Huh?
We open a new bag if there's lack of space.
Oh, we're eating one by one.
Too fancy, man.
Huh?
Too fancy.
Yeah, I want to eat everything.
More veggies, I guess.
Where's the
Yeah. Shut up.
Wait. One bok choy me.
One bat.
Bok choy.
Push it.
There might be some caterpillars in here, but whatever.
Doesn't matter, man.
Ooh,
Sorry.
enough.
It'll like
I think
shrivel.
the water dilutes it a bit. Hold on.
No, it'll shrivel.
No, the water from the...
Oh, yeah.
Is it too spicy? Are you good?
Oh, it's alright. It's
Okay.
alright.
Good.
I just need to get some more drink.
Yeah, drink please.
Beer. You're not
Alright.
driving,
I
right?
think actually eating spicy hot pot in like a steamy hot summer day should actually feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, after all this sweat and stuff.
This is a bit rainy tonight, but
So my sim racing experience, when I first came to Australia, one of my project partners, one of my project teammates, he's a very good sim racer, and you guys all met him. He works at the go-kart
Yep,
track.
yep.
Yeah, and he's probably the best driver I've ever seen. He won like championships online and stuff like that. Yeah, he taught me a lot about simulator racing, but I never gave me that kick to actually buy a wheel and start to race.
Until you
Tried it at your place,
Right.
yes. And
Yeah.
I was like, this is really fun. Thank you. Oh, why don't you help yourself first?
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Go on.
Where
What
was
were
I?
you saying?
about the decision of getting your rig.
Yeah. I was like, after I tried at your place, I was like, wow, this is really fun. I always wanted to go to the racetrack, you know.
Oh, we also did go-kart that day, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, when we first
like you asked like how do you practice? Or, like,
No, it was like,
well, that's a different
question.
question. Yeah, but then I
was
later
like-
explain. I think.
What did I ask you?
How do you?
How do you practice drive?
Yeah.
And
No,
or how are you good at driving or something like that?
Yeah. We're driving.
And you said, I drive an M3.
I don't know what to say.
That's
Very
the
douchey.
most memorable thing from you that day. For some
Very
reason.
douchey way to answer. I don't even know what to say. I was like, oh, okay. You asked me.
Because I was actually wanting some like feedback about how you practice and stuff. Or yeah.
I don't know. Because I'm in my brain like I don't want to say like oh yeah talent. No, like that's even
Talent. I was trying to argue with you. I was gonna say I know plenty of people who owns an M3, but
Yeah,
doesn't
been
know,
there a lot,
but
yeah.
don't know how to drive. But yeah.
I mean, I've been not been it. I experienced the limit of the car many times. So yeah, I guess that's a way to practice.
Yeah, so after first day, I was like, this dude.
Sketchy.
Sketchy.
No, skip one.
Wait.
Not yet. Just leave it for a bit. Yeah. I think the veggies kind of cool down the water.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I don't have as a good explanation to your you actually went to racing academy and I didn't. I was like, oh, what?
Did you try sim racing first or racing academy first?
So when I was like in high school, right, I played like the F1 game, F1 2011.
Okay.
That was like my most played sim. Because I did a full like season, 19 races.
Oh, were you doing like
Full
every week?
full session, like no, just like 2 races a day, man.
Oh wow.
Like that level, I did like 3 or 4 seasons. And then yeah, that was like pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
And that was basically my first simulator because
You have a rig back then.
yeah, they had the Momo.
Oh, the Momo.
Yeah, the Momo. Yeah, basically the same as the G20s.
Yeah, basically internal same.
Just
Less
Branded.
Less steer and lock.
Yeah,
I
less
think it
lock.
only goes like that. Which is all you need.
yeah, it's all you need for F1 games. most simulators
And
actually.
then you joined the racing academy.
And then after high school, I'm like, I want to become a racing driver,
Okay.
but didn't turn out that well.
Which was a little bit too late, right?
Yeah,
My
it's
assumption.
really
Yeah,
late.
So if
'cause
you want to be a racing
You
driver,
want to
you
try
probably
like.
you at least like 12, 13, you start junior karts,
Hmm.
but didn't have the chance really because Vietnam basically no
Asian
culture
countries,
at all. I had to go to Malaysia for like karting, lessons, karting academy for like 2 weeks.
I'm surprised that your parents like supported that.
yes.
Very rare.
I was
If
forcing my hand.
I just tell my parents, hey, I want to race car for the rest of my life, it's like,
You can do the Niki Lauda thing, and
But back then, don't forget like the average age of racing driver, they're a bit older. They're
Everybody
like
starts a
into
bit
20.
later.
Yeah, they start
Yeah.
doing their races in their 20s.
if they didn't pull you out from your racing career because of that incident that you had, would you be continuing racing? You would, right? That's
I
what
don't
you
know. I
want.
can't imagine it, man. Like, because I don't have any, like, view of if I
Do you
progress
guys
further.
have like championships and stuff back in Vietnam?
None,
national
zero, like
championships?
zero,
You
nil.
can race in Thailand and Malaysia and Singapore.
Yeah, exactly, but like I was living in Vietnam. I grew up there.
Because
but-
Thailand is a very big go-kart scene. There's a lot of foreigners. They
Yeah.
come and
But it's
have
like-
Thai wives and then they have kids. So that's how they train.
Yeah.
Probably happens.
But it's not as much as Malaysia. Malaysia is way more like serious into like racing.
They
Yeah.
have Sepang as well, like proper track back then.
Yeah, it's a pretty big car culture there, and racing culture.
Yeah, there's nothing of sorts in China, eh?
But nowadays, China is
China is
doing
man.
pretty okay.
Nowadays.
Come out a lot of racing drivers. You got money. When
yeah.
what money comes, driver comes.
Money, support, and talent.
There's a good Chinese racing driver in Formula 2.
Two, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is.
So
He's doing pretty good, I think, but he's not spectacular. Like I don't think he will reach
I think
Formula
he's a
One.
bit robotic. That's why they don't want him. No personality.
Also backing. He doesn't have enough backing. Like Latifi is a billionaire kid. He's not particularly fast.
yeah.
Like he didn't. He like the Jack Aiken.
He's
Formula-
half Korean.
Yeah, he's the Formula 2 driver, Jack Aiken. He nearly beat Latifi in qualifying in his first ever race in F1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, but there will be an Asian driver next season, though.
that's
I
already
mean,
one.
Oh,
Albon
name-
is already
The
Asian enough.
Japanese driver next season, though, right?
There's
Oh, the
been
one
a
that look like you.
Tsunoda, Yuki Tsunoda.
Yeah, the one that looks
Japanese PP will be
Japanese
in
PP.
Formula.
He's even smaller than I am, man. He's like 157 or
probably
something.
weight advantage.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
really small.
Interesting. Be easy to fit in a Formula 1 car.
Yeah, it's actually quite advantageous.
Yeah.
Because George Russell is like a 185.
He had a really hard time fitting to Lewis Hamilton's
Yeah.
car.
And
Too much
Bottas,
of-
Bottas is tiny as well. Bottas is
too
like
much of a
155.
But Bottas looks a
Thick.
bit wider.
Yeah.
But then he stands next to Toto Wolff and it's like a midget.
Oh, but that's total wolf, man. He's like proper shad, man.
Yeah,
Like
Toto
that.
Wolff.
Very shad.
He's even shorter than Lewis. Bottas. Like way shorter.
Albon and George is surprisingly tall.
Albon 183, Russell 185 or something. Paul Di Resta was like 185 as well, just a button. They all had,
Ocon's really tall.
but he's very skinny.
Lanky, yeah.
He's very light for being that tall.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm bringing the topic back to the first car.
Yeah.
Because you say you like the Ford Focus. I mean, Ford Focus might not be a bad car for first time.
No, it's a terrible car.
Oh.
That's
Because
how you
of
grip
the
it.
one.
Yeah, that's probably more.
How about the Fiesta ST? Is that P-plate or?
Fiesta ST.
Yes.
I'm not sure. It should be okay for P-plate, but I wouldn't recommend it either.
I mean, I heard it's some of the really fun car.
Yeah, if you get a
matches to
manual, because it has a DCT as well.
Oh, the automatic version.
Yeah. You wouldn't want that.
Yeah, a car like that you wouldn't want manual anyway.
But yeah, stay away from Ford DCTs. They're like utterly crap.
I mean, it didn't take Volkswagen long enough to figure out their DCTs.
But they've been doing for a while.
Yeah, but Ford
Way before.
Ford actually knew that they had an issue before the launch, but they chose to ignore it.
Oh.
Yeah, typical Ford. Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend. I would just advise people to stay away from the 2012 to 2016 Focus with the DCT.
I see.
Yeah.
What other like first car experience did you have?
First car, SLK 200.
Okay.
I think
He
that's
started really high up.
no, you see it's high. It's high because of it's not actually like a car that my parents bought for me. It's just whatever car I had at that time, which is only 200, and that I think P plate as well. P, right? It's not like 170 horsepower. It's weighed like very heavy as well. 1.5 ton.
It's a great car to drive though.
Yeah, the steering is like still one of the best.
It looked like a very fun car to drive.
It's not light. It's not light.
Okay. How much it weighs?
1500
Oh wow.
because it's convertible.
It's heavier than
Car
your
car.
Megane.
Yeah, it's almost as heavy as
That's
the
like
M3.
200 more than my Megane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's metal roof, man.
and don't forget the engine is way tiny, like very small, very like it's not that potent.
So all that heavy weight comes in, like goes into like the struts to.
Yeah, the door sill is really wide. Everything is not meant to be like fast. You know, it's just meant to drive around. Very girly car, I say. Like if you're a
Yeah.
I see
your
lots of
parents
like
are rich.
nail salon. Nail
Yeah, or maybe like college girl.
Yeah.
First car, not that fast, look good.
I think the rich college girls they go for like E coupe, E
No,
convertible.
back then there were no eco. I'm talking about like old.
Oh, really?
SUV,
Okay, yeah.
So that's my first car.
That was a great car to start off, man. Like,
It's
Oh
very,
yeah, it would be a really fun car.
automatic.
so yeah, that would be a good P car, right?
Yeah, that would be a good P car because right now the price would be like basically probably
Maybe
cheaper than your rental.
17 grand.
Yeah, if you find a good condition one, that's
How about the reliability? Have you had any issues with it?
tons of issue because the car is old, like 15 now. But back then they were pretty, barely having any issue because
Back then it was pretty new, right?
it was bought brand new.
Yeah.
No issue whatsoever until my dad drove it into a flooded place and basically just wrecked it. Shattered this, basically the cracked the cylinder head basically.
Oh,
Oh,
the water came in, right?
Yeah, piston all.
They're like
Yeah.
hydrolocked.
No, it's heat and cold. Basically, the metal just cracked.
Oh.
And,
Oh,
the
that's-
engine, and then after that, the car never felt the same. Like they changed the steering rack as well.
I'm surprised they kept it.
Changed it, yeah. I mean, it's not like the insurance system worked differently.
So you didn't total the car because
Yeah. Even you
They did total the car, right?
Even no, this the engine is total.
Yeah, that's
But
basically
like
here.
in Thailand, there's no such thing as like total. They'll find a way to fix the car and make it look brand new. So it's very. You have to be very skeptical of getting a second-hand car. Because let's say if your car is like, crash really hard and the car is like, they might somehow manage to fix the frame and make the car look perfect.
same thing in China.
Yeah.
And when they sell used cars, there's a major problem in China, second-hand market. They will dial the odometer back
Yeah.
in almost every single car.
Yeah.
Is that a problem in Thailand as well?
The newer one probably. Just people care.
They would dial it back a lot.
Don't know. To be fair.
I think that's the reason why I don't go for second-hand car in China, right?
But Thailand second-hand car is quite common. I think that
Common because the car is very expensive. That's the only way if you like don't have money, but you need to get a car. You have to like suffer basically.
Let's see.
Very unfortunate market.
So yeah, when I was back in China, I specifically went to the second-hand car market and to see how the market operates back there. You can't test drive the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very stupid.
Same. There's no such thing as like test drive
Like
unless you buy a brand new and the demo car.
Oh.
Even then, sometimes they just drive through you.
Well, I was telling him about this. My mom was buying a Mazda 6, which she actually eventually bought. And the guy took us out for a test drive. He was yanking handbrake turns everywhere
What?
to show up. Because he was trying to show the sportiness of the Mazda 6. Because back in the day,
On the
Chinese...
public road.
Like an empty well, back then, China was developing an empty road.
Yeah.
He was like literally drifting the thing. Well, back then I call that drifting. The car was going sideways everywhere.
Yeah. Wow, man.
With me in the car, my grandpa in the car, my mom in the car. That was like the most exotic
Wait, who is it?
experience.
The driver? Is it Ken Block or something?
I don't know, like he was a
Show
guy-
up as a master
He was trying to
salesman.
convince my mom to buy the sportier version.
maybe it's the
It's
F2
like
guy's dad.
What was that?
Maybe it's the F2 guy's dad.
Yeah.
Could be. And then my mom did buy the car. So so that can you
It's
say
a
it?
good marketing strategy, like
But if I'm a salesman, I'm not sure
I
if I would
would,
do
yeah.
that. I wouldn't like
You just scare the customer away.
I think he knows what he's doing because,
Maybe
didn't
it
know
was
what he was
before
doing.
for the previous customer.
maybe because he knows that it does work. That's why he does
Oh,
it.
it's the
you know?
handbrake turn because your mom's female, right? As Hotpotcast said, it turns them on. maybe the salesman trying to hit on your mom.
You go for the primal desires.
Yeah,
what? Yeah.
could be that.
But you said you worked in Porsche sales shop in
I did.
3 months or something, right?
Yeah, for 3 months.
Like how is there anything story about it?
That was very fun. I get a chance to sit in the Porsche 918. Which
Yeah,
is,
that's why like you
which
probably
is my dream car. I love it. Out of all the hypercar, well, the old one maybe the Enzo, but the new one I love the 918.
was not new anymore. It's
Well,
like, what, how many years old?
But well, they haven't rolled out a new Porsche hypercar, so
Now the hypercar is all over the place now. Like,
Yeah.
whatever now they have.
but that was a very cool experience. They didn't really let me sell any cars because I had long hair back in the days, and the manager think that's against Porsche's image somehow.
Yeah.
What car? I mean,
Germany.
And then, so they didn't allow me to actually directly contact, like, face to face with the customers.
Okay.
So when the salesmen were selling the car, I was sitting right behind them, learning how they like sell cars and stuff. Every morning, I show up like 7 o'clock, cleaning all the cars, and that's pretty much all I was doing. And I also like rolled out the 911 for people to test drive. So I never get a chance to drive 911 fast or on the road even. I was
What
driving
generation did you drive?
The 991.
Do you feel the steering is like extremely light, right?
Oh, I actually didn't really care because I was just trying to be super careful not to crash the thing.
But it was like
That was the only, because they didn't even have a 911 in stock. Like they only had one test,
Oh, for real?
like car for test drive. If you want to order one, you have to back order.
Did that pop?
Yeah, and back in the days, that was the only Porsche dealership in my city. So, but I love that color. It's like a blue, bright blue.
Right. Where were we?
But,
Could be
yeah.
the same one that I showed you.
The
But
really like, is it his color, M3 color, or no?
No, brighter.
You don't
Right
know.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, Miami blue.
It could be
That one.
this, but brighter.
Yeah, I think as well Miami blue.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, it could be Miami blue. It looks like it looks like Miami blue. Yeah. I was just placing the car in the parking lot. The Cayenne came in.
How's like the ergonomics really good, right? Porsche steering that straight, pedal that straight.
I like the five
The dial,
odometers
yeah.
and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool.
That looks very cool. And the fact they play the rev counters in the middle.
What's the generation? I mean, like, cause there's the 991.2 and 991.
I think before the facelift.
Also, so
Yeah,
the NA
The
I
one
think
from
so.
one.
is really rough,
think so,
like
yeah.
sounding.
But yeah, that's my experience at the dealership.
I think that's like, you have the best experience of all of
Other
us.
than that, I was just sitting in the behind the glass enjoying the cars.
Did you have a chance to like drive the 918 a bit slow, like?
No, it was sitting in the showroom.
Oh, okay, so no touching at
No,
all.
no.
Oh.
Just literally sitting.
It's probably like worth
And
like
the
$2
owner
million back
Yeah,
then.
like
Plus the Chinese tax, yeah.
Was it
it's-
China or?
it was in China.
Oh yeah,
yes.
right.
And
Well,
I think
actually
it's-
more, like
It would be more, yes.
way more.
Because then you as
The
a
owner
have
only
like
puts it out
1 million.
from what I know. So the owner of that car,
Yep.
he owns the majority of the dealership in my city. Like he sells Porsche, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, Mini, Toyota, Lexus.
So he owns
Aston
everything,
Martin.
basically.
Pretty much, like he's dominating the car dealership market.
It's a monopoly basically.
Yeah, and he's well right now because last year I went back again to look at his dealership. Now he's supporting his son to race a Ferrari 458. I think it's like GT3 level.
Ah, that's the racing that in the future we're rich enough we can join. It's not hard.
So yes,
Amateur-ish, semi-pro.
and now they have now in the
If you have money.
Mercedes-Benz showroom they have a AMG GT3 race car in there.
It's a bit big.
So
The
yeah, the 918. Like I literally sat in it and had like goosebumps.
Oh.
Like that's how
It's the same bucket seat as a GT3, right?
GT3. Yes.
You were
yes.
scared if you sat in for too long, it would devalue it, right? Lose $100,000 right away.
But yeah, that thing was ooh. And it's got the gunmetal paint with the neon green or yellow brake calipers.
I think that every hybrid portion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fluorescent green.
Very rice.
Yeah, very right. Just leave it there.
No, like once in a while you have to turn it on and again. Because once in a while you just go into like
Oh,
warm,
yeah.
warm, yeah.
Speed is very light.
Very like the
Yeah, so you're like kind of walk straight. then you're not gonna say it's light enough. Put tea, please.
Tea.
Is there more tea?
Oh,
That's water.
water. Then.
That's why I have a cooler down there. No, non-alcoholic beer.
No.
That's non-alcohol, right?
Non-alcoholic, yeah. You want?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no.
Take one.
Yeah, he's right.
It says ultra light.
It says 0% alcohol.
Just drink it. Don't be bitch.
Yeah, you are open license driver, so you can just have one beer.
0.05 here though, a bit lower than everywhere else.
But didn't you say you need to like pay
Yeah,
an extra fee?
I think you need to pay like extra money for that and get like a special version of the license. You don't just get it.
What?
You need to pay extra $1 for it.
I'm not
For
sure.
what? For what?
After penalty or before?
For the alcohol allowance. Of the 0 point something.
Beforehand.
That's kind of stupid
No.
law to have.
Open is like 0.05.
Straight away.
Yeah.
Eh? But remember, you need to pay more money for that.
P is not allowed at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Learner and P not allowed.
You can't even drive properly.
Yeah. Like P, 2 years of P, man. That's very long time to learn. Like you basically after like 6 months of driving, you basically know everything already.
Doubt that.
I mean, on the road, you encounter most
No,
situations.
Yeah, because if
You
you
need
just drive
at
in the
least-
city,
A couple of years to encounter every single.
Every single
situation.
situation, but 95% of the situation you encountered in the first.
But the 10% of the situation is what causes
Yeah.
the accidents.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But that would be like a year.
no, but if you let's say if you all you do is just drive in the city for forever,
You're gonna encounter a lot of the situations
yeah, in the city,
and stupid drivers.
I think in the city it's quite fine.
Not a fan of. I was never a fan of driving in the city. Well, at night, very good. It's
Oh,
like-
you don't like it? I like at night, like when there's no car.
Yes, yes.
I really like
And
that.
you have the light shining down, neon lights.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's annoying when you drive around the mountain.
By the way, did I tell you about this? Like on the way back from Aaron's place at midnight when we watched Formula One,
Yes.
like the moon was really big. Like it was right on top of the M3, and I was driving along, and like the moon was just right up there.
Yeah.
It looked great.
Oh, can you put more?
So like. The atmosphere.
Jeez.
It's gone. That's why I licked it. There's nothing left.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, it was-
extra package.
Yeah, that's why we bought two.
Probably the best scenery I've ever seen when driving at night.
Really?
Yeah,
Is there one of the night they have to like super moon something?
it was really big. Like just like right in your
One
face.
of my
Yeah.
best series coming back from
At night, I mean, like
yeah, was Mount Flores in the rain at
Oh.
night,
that's a
chasing some Civic going really fast.
that's a different type of like scenery.
Because I was like so focused.
Oh, another one was like when I go, to Phuket, driving in it was misty as well, and
Oh.
driving to the mountains.
I don't like driving in the mist. Very, very.
But
So- After we told him what ricer is, right? We started spotting all these ricers on the road.
yes,
All homed up for some
For some reason, right?
it's in there.
reason.
It's always a EK9 Civic.
It's all
Probably
well,
not. It's a newer one.
anything,
Yeah,
anything.
because EK9 is quite hard to find nowadays.
A lot though. There's a lot of them
I don't
still
see
around.
any EK9 man.
Oh,
I don't see that ugly one, the one the Euro looking one.
that's really rare actually.
No, that's like common
Because-
for me. The
I think it looks like I think it looks like a mouth.
yeah, Miles,
Yeah.
a triangle exhaust.
No, because here you get the Civic, the Asian Civic, as a normal Civic, right?
Yeah.
Not
My-
the European Civic as a normal Civic.
I'm not sure if I like that Euro Civic.
I don't.
And didn't they say the chassis from that Civic? My mechanic told me the chassis in that Civic is actually not a Civic chassis. It's a
Something. Yeah.
on the Jazz chassis.
Probably, I don't know. It's
Not,
very
not
small.
the same as yours, the Torsen.
It's not the same. It's like
No, it's the same as
Torsion
like
bar.
life, yeah, Torsion bar.
Honestly, like I would say yeah, that's probably true, because
Okay.
it's really short compared to the
yeah.
the
It
normal.
looks like a Jazz platform.
Yeah.
But yeah, either Civic. I think we saw like 2 WRX. So
WRX, I
Honda's-
say, it's on the edge of
I
racing.
think the most right is probably GT86.
Yes, very racing.
interestingly, we didn't. Well,
Maybe today, but normally it you see
Like if you go to a Woolies parking lot, any Woolies
like
parking
literally,
lot,
there was a WRX like being super loud, and we're driving his Hyundai, like keeping up with it, just next to it. And the
My
same
car
speed.
was, my car was faster than his.
Like, what is this?
Probably all
Classic.
that.
Classic racer.
But yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want to be too loud if you know that your car is not that fast. You just want to keep it match the speed.
Yeah.
I hate it because you know how the road right in front of my house, the speed limit is 80, right?
Yeah.
Every damn
So every morning I don't want to rev up the engine too high to like take off on the red light, and the car behind me is always right against my rear. Like I don't want to push the car too hard because the engine is still cold. So
yeah, for me,
the city would be better because everyone drives a bit slower.
no, like once usually by the time I reach uni, let's say because that's like 5 kilometer drive, probably more.
Yeah.
My engine temp will be like 80, 90.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
My engine temp never goes up to 90. Like,
Mine actually like the good range is almost 110. Yeah, that's where it sits normally.
oh wow.
Yeah, that's why
What causes that? I'm just out of curiosity.
I don't know. Just the turbo, your turbo as well. I don't know. Maybe that's the how
Maybe that's the optimal operating.
optimal range. Yeah.
Yeah. They just design it
Just
so.
run hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I have some, please?
Because for my car, it's always right around like 75.
Mine's 80. So the optimal.
Yeah. I get why PP car is only 80 because Japanese run very cold.
And like when I push it there, it never goes above 80. It's just always there at 80.
Oh.
Good heat management.
When I'm on track, I go up to like 90, close to 100.
Yeah. Because like I think the Japanese cars they make the engine cool by overly richening the fuel mix.
Yeah, smoke coming out
A lot.
Seems like lately I've noticed like a lot of GS, the tailpipe, the bumper,
Yeah.
got a bit of smoke.
Probably yeah. That's why.
Every
Well,
single one.
Speaking of fuel, you want to talk about how your car feels like smoother now with E10s?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. It's for
Like you actually do feel smoother with the E10.
What normally like you put just 90?
I'll leave it
91?
petrol. Yeah. Normal need a few bumpy range.
E10 is 94.
Yeah, E10 is 94.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it would feel more yeah.
I don't really know because apparently I heard that E10 is actually not good for engine. Is that true?
It depends on
Like-
like an old car wouldn't be like pre 1985 or something, right?
I feel like if your car is capable, like if it allows you to
Like
put
modern
E10
cars,
in.
all modern
Yeah,
cars
yeah.
are basically okay with.
You want to run as like highest octane that you can
Yeah,
for your car.
because and
Why
actually
is
there's
it
also
cheaper
Huh?
if it's 94? Why is it cheaper
Then what?
than
Yeah, like a
91?
normal
I think
one.
E10 is cheaper than 91.
I think the E10 mixture, that's the one that is sheet. So basically mix the sheet.
ethanol is cheaper than
Yeah.
gasoline.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Ethanol has higher octane rating.
So it lowers the price in general.
It's like 100%.
Yeah, but I don't see any different when I run. I don't know because 95 and 98 to me is the same.
No, but when I run 95, I feel like way more sluggish.
Probably because your engine is
Response.
NA
Yeah, yeah.
quiet. For me, it's like 80. It's just gold.
Because the response is very noticeable when you put 98 versus 95 in that.
My car pops more with 98 in it.
Yeah, that's the only reason you got to put more beef in it.
I'm never going back to 98 after
That's a
that.
good reason though.
Yeah, like I accidentally discovered this. Because last year I've been putting 95 in my car for like half a year. And one time I switched to 98, I was like, well, I never heard of this pop before. So it just happened.
Do something.
Remember that old BMW review last time? Can you even put 91 in?
Yeah. On the gas cap it says 90. It says 91
Is it like
because it's a
just
naturally
old car?
aspirated engine.
Oh.
I'm not sure what Vincent puts in it. I put 98 in it for him. So
I think you put 95, right?
Like you
Oh,
can-
the
95.
in Vincent car 90. That's funny. Usually, like German car, they tend to be equal 95.
Yeah.
at least
But on
95.
the gas cap
Unless
it
it's
says
an
actually.
eco car, you know, like a smaller.
Oh
engine.
yeah.
But it's always like because
I'm surprised. Well, like,
for
yeah.
cars, it's always okay to go higher octane, but never.
Yeah,
lower.
never low because oil you knock the engine and basically, yeah, bad, very bad.
We can always switch from 98 to 95.
For which
Well, you
car?
have to read the cap. Mine said minimum as 95. So
Yeah. So if you're already running 98, put some 95 in there.
it just makes
It's-
become
yeah.
like 97.
So-
It
6.
will average out whatever it is. Yeah.
It'd be something in the middle.
You can do like 50-50, 98-95, and it'll be like 96.5. It'll be higher than because you wouldn't no car would ever reach that.
You'll be like a half pop. your popping sound will be like a bit less.
Are we talking about SUVs?
Oh yes, please.
We're talking about SUVs.
All right.
SUV love.
I think this is
You're not like a lover or anything. You just
I just love that specific brand.
yeah,
Jeep.
Pacific.
Yeah. Oh, I do love off-roading SUVs.
I like
Like
it.
legit, rugged, purpose-built.
I mean, I like the motorsport side, like Dakar, Baja,
Yeah,
or
that's pretty cool,
rally.
actually.
That's off-road enough to me.
You want me to chill it?
Thank you.
Not into like rock crawl, like the slow stuff. No.
What I was really into was top overlay.
Oh yeah, that's not a motorsport. That's more like a hobby at that point.
It is. It was. Yeah. I wouldn't call it motorsport, but that's why I love off-road cars.
Mm.
The idea of so when I drive a Megane, right, I need to think about which road should I take, and
Yeah, not the dirt road really.
yeah, like so. I love the feeling when you're in a Jeep. You're just like, hell, I can go anywhere I
Anything,
want. I
yeah.
see a road here. Oh, I'll go up to. I don't know. I don't care where you ended up with.
It's like mountain bikes.
So
Freedom.
yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, the modern SUVs are. There's a couple good ones in family SUV segment.
But for the pure off-roaders,
I don't think they should call SUV anymore.
Crossover. I mean,
No, not even crossover, like a sport. Because the word SUV, sport utility, right? It's kind of
there's
weird.
nothing sporty about it.
Yeah, but they make like Macan or something.
it's sporty, but not utility, really.
I think that's you get utility.
It's
you
like
put
you
bunch of
compromise.
stuff in.
You compromise a lot on the utility if you go smaller, right? Like a CX-5 wouldn't have as much utility as a Land Cruiser or something, or like a CX-9 even.
CX.
5
What's that?
Mazda, yeah.
As a SUV.
Or like
That's like just
I mean,
a jacked
but-
up
but the
freaking
thing-
hatchback, man.
Yeah, it's just. But the thing is, when you compare it to the sedan, like the Mazda 3, which would be the CX.
I would say like the Mazda CX-5 is no more practical than a Mazda 3.
It's
Hatchback.
actually worse because you have to lift stuff up higher to put.
Yeah, because the space, you don't get that much more space in the CX-5.
And you do get a little bit of ground clearance though.
You get tiny
Because- Well, that's what tricks people into buying this.
Yeah, people
right?
just
Because
like, oh, you don't have
you
to
are
brake
tall,
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
and people trying to be active all the time, and they're like, "Oh, this car is taller; it'll take me to places."
But
And
how
they're-
many CX-5 you see in the off-road trail, you know?
Well, yeah, but that's what the marketing people.
Yeah.
are
But then,
doing.
like, yeah, it makes sense when, let's say, the road that we went, CX5,
If you-
you just
it would be
blast
better.
it.
It would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
Better,
yeah.
but wouldn't be great. It wouldn't be like those youths
wouldn't
that
be.
just fly through everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they were sending really
Yeah,
fast.
really fast.
No,
I
but
was
they were
scared
fine.
shit
They
out
were
of me.
fine.
I was leading, man. I was like, whoa. Just like coming through.
But if you had a mute, you wouldn't even think an eye. Just like just drive normally on the road.
But the youth will be really bad around like city road, but
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
care. Most of the people that drive youth, they just
Yeah, they're working.
It's about the idea, and I think a lot of people think SUVs are safer.
It's not
yes,
very
because
not.
Yes.
it's higher, which
Well,
makes
it's
us
easier to roll, but
Yeah.
I personally think
head-on collision.
head-on collision SUV would have an edge.
But like,
Yes,
But they're
let's
sitting
say, let's say
higher,
they T-bone you. You're basically their
You're
front
like-
end will be like window.
Yeah,
Like
which
make us
more
Yeah,
fun.
worse off.
yeah, we are.
And if we T-bone them, we might just go underneath them somehow.
No,
It
no, it
is.
wouldn't be that bad actually. You need to be like freaking truck, like a tall truck if that happens, you know.
Like the yeah.
But I say like CX-5, the ground clearance is compared to like a regular car, it's not that much more. It's like a tiny bit, and
It's like a race, Once they have to just basically edge up each other, like
and
higher
you have to
higher.
consider also like the CHR, the Toyota CHR, like this,
Oh, that thing.
Honda.
Okay.
I used to like the Honda.
or the CRX or
I
something.
think I
you know?
should confess, the CHR, right? You're talking about the Toyota
Yeah.
really
Tiny,
alien
really
looking.
tiny, like It's not even a.
Alright, just gonna say it out loud.
Yeah,
I like the look.
You like the look.
Yeah, like I don't mind the look. Like let's not say I like the look. I don't mind the look.
It's like Juke, but
Yeah, the Juke as well. Similar.
I think the new Juke's alright. The old Juke is, but it's kind of a statement.
Or like the Audi Q2,
I don't know. It's,
right?
that's a small
Q2 is just like a small.
BMW
Yeah,
X2 as well.
X1.
X2.
X2, it's really slow.
Yeah, it's like X1 with the coupe.
Yeah.
It's very low. Yeah.
Like those like mini CUVs even. Like they're even smaller than CUVs now.
There's so many like niche level, you know.
And those are like
you know,
you
so-
basically have almost zero off-road capability.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just higher. You can just go. You don't have to care about
Almost
curb.
zero, because like what can you do off-road with that? Basically nothing. It's front-wheel drive.
Yeah, you're right.
You can reach like we would have a second thought when we reach dirt roads.
Yeah, but
They-
those guys would
yeah,
just
they
go.
can just go.
No, you still have to think about it because it's not as high as you think.
I wouldn't
The
think
clearance. You
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
think. I bet the ride quality wouldn't be much more than like a Mazda 3 or like a Corolla.
That.
Oh yeah, the
In,
ride
in a
quality.
dirt road. In a dirt road.
But at least you can get there without thinking of like, oh, will I
Like, would you think about
damage?
damaging your Corolla if you drive on a dirt road?
No.
Exactly.
I think I would. If I pay money for it.
Yeah, especially
Why
if you
not
buy a
worry
brand
about-
new car.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I would get a second-hand Corolla.
I would think you would worry about the same with
I mean,
the
still,
CHR and Macan, especially Macan, because like the ground clearance is actually pretty low for the. being
Yeah,
a-
that one is just like a smaller Panamera. I think instead of Cayenne, I think it's a smaller Panamera.
Yeah.
They lower the threshold to get into the Porsche market. That's what they did, I think. And
Yeah?
the
Is
market just happened to be for SUVs.
What's the cheapest Porsche now?
Would be the Macan, right? I think.
I think it's
Could be the Cayman.
Boxster.
Cayman, Boxer.
But the Boxer, a lot of people is not gonna think about buying it. Like that's way too compromised. It's a two-seater sports car.
Boxster is actually quite popular, but the Cayman more so. I see more common and more on the road.
No, I think it's Macan poverty spec. It's one of them poverty spec.
Like a 2-liter turbo, right?
Wait, did they 2-liter?
Yeah, they have this poverty spec, and they even have a TDI version.
Yeah, because at that point it's just VW engine in the Porsche.
Basically, like a Porsche Tiguan.
Yeah.
Or an Audi Q5. The Audi Q5 is cool.
But that's a Porsche.
I mean, if you look underneath the suspension bit, it's got Audi logo all over.
Well, Cayenne,
Dude,
Q8,
the
Urus,
Audi
they're all
is
same.
a Porsche Tiguan, and the
Touareg. Yeah, Cayenne is a Touareg.
yeah.
Porsche.
Do you
Q8.
restart it?
Like, look, if you check the wiki page for that platform, it's just basically every Volkswagen Group vehicle.
Just simplify things for.
You from like an Audi Q5 to like a Lamborghini Urus.
Yeah. Same thing with their like supercars. Like
Supercar.
Lamborghini, Hurricane.
Yeah, they
R8.
share the same platform.
R8. Yeah.
R8 and Huracan probably like share the big tiny.
There's a lot. There's
the
quite a
same
lot actually.
V10 engine.
Same platform, same V10.
Yeah.
Just the tuning and the
Yeah,
suspension.
Because one is dual clutch, one is single.
Yeah, that too, I guess.
Right? Single?
Not sure. I have to check. Let me check. Cause I know the Aventador is single clutch. I don't know,
That one
Aventador.
people would like complain. Would get the joke.
But I bet why don't they share the drivetrain, right? If they share the engine, like the transmission.
Maybe wait. Italian.
Yeah, they have a 7-speed dual clutch. The
The new
Lamborghini, the Huracan, yeah.
Yeah. Basically the same.
Yeah, basically the same car. But which do you prefer though? If you
If I want to be flashy, like no question. But do I?
yeah,
want to be
do you like so on the road? How many Huracans do you see versus how many Audi R8s do you see?
Do you see that's alright?
Yeah, way less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're cheaper.
R8s are
Tiny
cheap.
bit cheaper.
Like not as like when you get to that level, people don't care anymore.
What spec though? I'll get the rear-wheel drive one. The cheapest one, poverty spec, basically.
But you can get the Aventador Huracan wheel drive.
I like the look of R8 more. Yeah. Though
I actually prefer the Huracan.
it's too angular, too. Yeah, I don't know. Just don't like the shape.
A bit boring. The new R8 is a bit boring.
I see a bunch of Lamborghini like.
Maybe it's too common. That's why.
No, not just it's not the commonality. It's the I don't know. It's like the shape of the new, especially smaller rim, the 18-inch in R8. Somehow I don't know. I just like that spec.
You're weird, man.
Yeah, I don't like those big.
But like when you compare the new R8 to the first generation R8, though, I think that's the best looking R8. The first
The
generation.
old one with the full carbon side.
Yeah, it's like
now
rounded.
it's split.
Yeah, which I think they kind of ruined the look.
Mm.
And it's too sharp.
Yeah, they're trying to be Lamborghini
Yeah,
or something.
so
Yeah.
No, I think
I
they-
really love the old R8.
The R8 look is a classic. The first gen.
The
The
first
first
one,
gen,
V8.
yeah.
How does it look like?
Don't like the exhaust though. The two.
I show him.
Oh, sure.
They're like
sure.
quad pipe, but they're so small. I just don't
Yeah,
like
but
the
they're
exhaust.
like the new one. The new
That's the
one.
V10 one.
Oh yeah, the old like oval.
Yeah, because I like the V8, the shape of the V8 silver. I'll get one in silver.
Oh, white. So the panel will stand out a bit more.
The first gen R8 is basically like a mid-engine Audi S6 or something. Oh no, not S6. S4, RS4 mid-engine. Same engine.
Yeah, but still, you get the.
That's the first generation.
Yeah,
No,
first.
that's
generation.
not first. That's not first.
Is that the first?
That looks like first generation.
Such a
That's
V8.
not
That's the
really.
first.
The first one has like this dotted LEDs.
That's
Yeah,
like a
around
facelift,
the-
facelift of the first gen.
Yeah, the
Like
proper
the
first.
absolute first.
The
first-
silver.
First
it
year,
should
first
be-
model year.
It should be just type of V8.
It's hard to find. Yeah, oh, yeah, this one. Yeah, this is.
The silver one, right? It's always the silver one. Or white.
Looks cool.
I think that's the
When's it?
press car.
Yeah,
The silver.
yeah, this one.
Yes, that one.
First gen.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this is a classic.
Didn't we saw that one at one of the car show? The original one? The first one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 I remember my neighbor. He used to own a light blue R8 GT. It's a very like special
GT
edition.
like
What does GT stands for?
No, it's a special such R8 GT.
is that the wing? Rear wing, right?
No, it's the one with the circle exhaust, not an oval one, the circular one.
Oh. That's the
Yeah.
only thing they changed for
The GT one. It's
V8?
like a V10.
That's
Because I remember I was like in the morning, all I hear is "Wah!" and I'm like, oh yep, he's leaving.
because I know all the V10s have oval exhaust.
And you know his house is not like near me. His house is like freaking 100-meter away around that, and like I can hear clearly like every morning. I'm like, oh.
Because I know all the V10s R8s have oval exhaust.
Well, it's
Oh,
media first.
Google
We put some media.
and the
I'll put
RGG.
veggie.
I don't know what it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Can you
Light
put some
blue
media
one.
there? I'll put
It's
veggie.
basically
Thanks.
a press spec, the one that they put in test.
So the GT has a carbon wing and like carbon bits,
Just show me.
and it's like a super leggera version for Audi.
Blue one, yeah? Light blue.
Or is it white one?
Convertible, yeah.
Yeah. It's like a super leggera for Audi.
Okay.
You got the spider one.
It's something you wouldn't notice first glance, I think.
No, but like it's like a souped up version of the
Because
regular.
I remember, because I was like looking at the magazine, and next thing I know, like, why this car is like next to my house? I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, yeah.
Well, you live in a rich neighborhood.
Well, I guess my neighbor, he's
Hey,
a car
don't
car
drop
guy.
this. Don't drop this. Man. Popo coming.
He owned a
Nightclub.
no, GTR once for like a bit, but now he just drives Lexus SUV because he's into bike now.
The middle age phase, huh?
Who knows? We might be. Let's hope it doesn't happen, but you never know. People change.
What do you mean, like? But he's not like those fat dude that just jump over. He's like fast and lean and you know, serious, you know.
I guess it's more
But
exciting
he's
on a
slow.
bike. Oh.
So I'm like, how? How would that make sense?
It's like people trying to be healthy, eating like
It's
on
like
a
a
diet.
Peter
but, like,
Sagan with cigar, you know.
Peter Sagan is not lean though.
Yeah, but he's fit. And
when
when you
Because I remember trying to catch him, like, well, to be fair, he's on Cervelo P5, so I'm like struggling really hard.
is that like a top end bike?
The old P5.
Arrow, yeah, it's an arrow
Oh,
bike.
yeah.
They got the TT version.
Is that even like more aero?
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
TT is not
He
racing.
pedal like super low cadence, like freaking 50.
Oh, just crank it. Yeah.
Yeah, grinding. Okay, well, let's not talk about that.
Yeah, that's a bit of a sidetrack. Maybe a separate podcast or something.
What else do you have prepared for today?
Oh
It's
yeah.
actually a lot. I think
I don't know. We
should
can
go through, like,
let's check our time because like
No, cut later.
Yeah.
Just until we finish this.
we're like
How long took you to upload that? Oh, it doesn't have any images, so you should be.
But it took like me like 4 hours, 5 hours.
Because your internet.
Upload it.
Really
Rubbish.
slow. But can you check the time? Cause
Check my memory as well.
1 hour. It says 1 hour.
yeah, but no, can make open it. So
Why? It's 1 hour. 1 hour.
Maybe a bit more. Like
Yeah,
just
like-
roughly 1 hour.
like I don't want to eat too long. Like 1 hour and 30 minutes is my limit.
We can cut a lot of parts out.
I mean, that's a lot of work for me. Listening to like
Cringy
yeah.
voice.
No, but you can check. Just quick. Like me, maybe.
126.
Alright, I think that's pretty close to being
Yeah, I mean,
done.
we talked about a lot.
Yeah, we did, yeah. And we
A hell of
didn't
a lot.
we didn't have that much time like not talking, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe leave the topics for next podcast,
Yeah, sure.
and don't just like spam it all in one, you know.
Don't want to talk again, basically.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah. Good night. Anyway, like,
Not spicy at the end. What the fuck?
all right, I think that's good for the hot podcast, the second episode, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, see y'all next week.
Didn't support at all. Watch out. They might not. Gotta save it first.
Let's see, and then upload it to Google Drive.